following clip is from an episode that we had to throw in the bin, mainly because it would have involved us getting cancelled, but it explains a heartwarming story, which is then referenced later. So that part is taken from a previous episode and put at the start of this episode, so I hope it makes sense. Enjoy this heartwarming story and then enjoy the episode. See you in a bit.
No, so I've got a bit of news. I am basically going to
You're
be
pregnant?
Bringing
a kid into the world.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So not me personally, but my wife. So Luke 13
Serious?
is so Luke 13 is on the way, or whatever you want to call him. Well, I don't know if it's a boy or girl, but it's going to be Luke either way. And I thought, what better way to tell you as one of my good mates? I thought, what better way to tell you than live on the pod?
You're lying.
No, legit. I'll just see if I can get a picture up. It's terrifying. And I've already been told by the nurse that it's got long legs and big feet, just like me.
You genuinely showed a scan of a child, a baby, a fetus.
Yeah, 100%. We're at 20 weeks now, so still a long way to go. I think that's the halfway mark.
How long does making a wait? I was about to phrase that really badly there. How long does it take to build a child? 40?
I think it's 40 weeks. Yeah, roughly 40 weeks. So we're just over the halfway line. Had the two kind of important scans and stuff like that. So it is terrifying.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I managed to procure myself a spawn. So we'll see. Obviously, fingers crossed that everything goes smooth and it's all good health. But I thought, what better way to tell you than live on the pod? You know, you share some of your scary moments live on the pod. So I thought I could
that's amazing.
reciprocate. But yeah, the name is going to be Luke if it's a boy, Luke if it's a girl. So
yeah, is your wife on board with that?
Absolutely not. But for the purposes of the pod, we'll go with Luke 10.1 or something, or Luke 9. I don't know. We'll think of a good number.
We'll come up with a number, or we could get the listeners to vote for a number.
Or yes, or a name.
Or a name. Well, it's got to be Luke, but obviously you can vote for the middle names.
Yeah.
Just send us an email on. What's the email address?
2lukes1sip@gmail.com. That's 2lukes. Wait, is it 2lukes.1sip? No, it's not, is it? It's 2lukes1sip@gmail.com. That's 2lukes, plural, 1sip@gmail.com. Or
we have an Instagram, which I always forget the handle of. I think it's let's_talk_procurement. We also have a text us button. So you could
use
do that.
Please use that. Yeah. If you've listened this far, do send us some texts and let us know, names. If you've learned anything good today, all that good stuff. So.
Can't wait for this procurement prodigy as well, by the way.
I know. Absolutely.
Gonna have MSIPs before he learns to speak.
And before you.
And before me. I've just assumed it's a he, by the way.
Yeah, no, so have I. I don't know why. On a side note, by the way, I know we probably end the episode here, but on a side note, I did, when the scan started, I thought, oh my God, this baby is back in. It turned out it was the umbilical cord that I could see. So, yeah, we don't know the gender. We're going to find out when it's born. So, all good stuff.
Yeah. We're going to be... We're going to be... I'm going to be the pod dad.
Yeah, pod father.
Pod father, there you go.
Yeah. No, step pod. Wait, no, not step pod. It is pod father. Yeah, that does make sense.
Pod uncle.
I like that.
Yeah. Anyway, you need to raise it quickly so it can talk, and then we'll get it on the. We'll get Luke on. We'll get Luke on the pod.
Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk Procurement,
the only show you need to master the art of procurement. Let's go. So, welcome back to the studio. As always, you are joined by myself, Luke 1, and also the young, upcoming, handsome protege, Luke 10. So, for those who don't know, I'm a MSIPS, MSIPS qualified Mojo procurement professional. Not sure what skills I've got other than that, but that's what I bring to the table. And Luke 10 is slightly more junior in his career and is spreading his wings. So what we are trying to do here is to teach you and any other listeners about the world of procurement. And at the same time, we're helping Luke 10 spread his wings and succeed as a procurement professional. He's not said a word yet. Oh, there we go. Hello. He is here.
I said one word.
Proof that you are around. How are you doing, mate? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been ages. It's been really too long. In fact, you did say something that I disagree with. You said we're here to teach you and the other listeners. Well, I think we're only here to teach one listener, but we're not going to say who. You are. If you're hearing this, you are the special listener. If you're not hearing this, then you're not the special listener.
Why do you always try and start shit with the listeners, man? Some episodes you're like, oh, give me all your money, but next you're like, oh yeah, we only want some of you to learn.
No, the listeners that are hearing this message specifically are the special ones that we love.
Okay.
The ones that don't hear. If you talk to someone, you say, oh, have you heard the secret code phrase of it's Chico time? And they say, no, I don't know what that is. Then, you don't rate them.
The loop.
Yeah.
Look, I think anyone that tunes in is part of the cult. I think that's what we are. I think we're a cult. We can wear hoods and stand around a monument and and celebrate the procurement gods. How does that sound?
We can all wear t-shirts with I'm with Proc Block on.
Yes, and LTP written in big letters on the back.
Yeah. What would we sacrifice in a fire to the procurement gods, though?
Probably the procurement says no lot.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah, lawyers as well. They can go in. Project managers.
I'm alright with lawyers. I'd rather keep them, to be honest. I quite like lawyers. They're kind of handy.
What about PMs?
Salespeople.
Yeah.
Project
sales
managers.
Thems.
Yeah, sales thems. Yeah, I like them. High ass finance people who don't give us access to the budget.
Yeah. Which kind of links to our episode that we are trying to record about what is the dream procurement job.
For each of us, right? I'm not gonna, because my dream job's going to be completely different to yours.
Oh, we're not creating a collaborative dream job.
No, because I'm going to be honest, right? And
your dream job doesn't involve me.
No, I wouldn't mind, but you're a different gen to me. You belong to a certain gen that gets a lot of stick, I would say, probably unfairly as well half the time. But if you think of a typical Generation Zer, what would you, if you Google Gen Z traits, you'd probably get you. So if I was to hazard a guess, your dream job is probably not to work or to, I don't know, do TikTok procurement dances or something odd like that.
My dream job is to be sat scrolling on TikTok or Instagram or something, apparently.
That's what I would, if I was being outrageous, that's what I would hazard a guess at. But I just want to distinguish between them, because I've got something in mind for me that I would one day love to do. So
what would your generation be? I don't know, watching DVDs and talking to everyone through massive brick phones. And also, are you the ones that carry around the massive speaker on your shoulder?
He's definitely taking this personally, listeners. He's really not liking the Gen Z attack. I'm probably a bit too young to have carried around a speaker on my shoulder. Maybe a Walkman probably was like the first kind of means to listen to music for me. A Walkman and a CD player. Doesn't know what that is, does he? He's lost. So it's it's
blank expression.
Imagine a CD player that you put in your pocket, and then you just plug in headphones to that.
What's a CD player?
Oh yeah, here we go. Right, the aim of this is not to obviously not to spark generational wars here, but there is clear differences in the ways we work. So and what our dream jobs are, right? So we've got slightly different interests. You like refereeing. I'm sure that's part of your dream job that's not procurement related.
I have spoken about this loads, but I think procurement is basically refereeing in the workplace, especially in public sector.
I can't actually disagree with you, to be honest, too much. All right, well, I'll start with mine then, and we'll go to yours, because you're a bit unique. So, for me, my dream job, obviously, for it to be a dream, you have to want to. It's got to be something you want to wake up and do every single day, right?
Agree. I'm with you so far.
You got to be and it's got to be procurement related. We're a procurement podcast. We obviously love procurement. That's why we're here. We live and breathe purchasing and contractual management and all of that beautiful stuff. So I would personally, I'd like my job to focus on stakeholder management side of things. I think that's a bit more strategic, and you can get away with doing slightly less work when you're strategic. And I think personally, I would like to I'd like to be a procurement advisor or director for a particular football club. I think that would be my dream job, because I'm passionate. I'll get a discount for the team that I love. Hopefully, your office is built onto the stadium or within the stadium, which is pretty cool. You get discounted merch. You get kind of an insight to how $1 billion industry runs, and you get a sick bonus when your team wins something.
So you'd be involved with the buying of players, or would you not be on that side?
My dream job is not human trafficking. No, it's it would probably be. That's not quite what you said, is it?
Take my words and make a completely different meaning. All right.
I'm not sure if buying in the transfer market is the role of a procurement person. I'm not sure. I mean, if anyone knows that, I'd love to know, because if it is, then I can ring up and I can be like, look, I heard Lukaku's a bit washed. Can we buy him for £10? And everyone would be fuming because he's back at the club for a 15th time. But I got a saving, so would you rather have I don't know? Would you rather have, I think of it, Ronaldo up top or Lukaku? And I got Lukaku plus £100 million saved. So that maybe that is a thing. But I was thinking more, all the infrastructure you have. It's probably category management that runs it. Things like kits, sporting infrastructure, physio kit, all that physio gear, catering, everything that goes into it, sponsorships, all of that stuff, and just kind of having the oversight of that. I feel like that would be really interesting, and if it's a team I support, I'd probably genuinely want to do a good job every day.
What would the work-life balance be like for a role like that? Would you be? I'm assuming you'd be expected to work, or at least be contactable for match days, which are often Saturdays, Sundays, evenings.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm usually, if it's a team I support, I'll be watching games anyway. So I'll probably be watching it from my VIP office box that comes with the perk. Totally making it up, by the way, but
I don't think the procurement advisor for a football team gets a hospitality box.
You're not heard of the OTP stand? The whole stand is just dedicated to us as individuals.
The LT Arena.
Oh yes. Two Luke's Arena.
Sponsor the whole Two Lukes, one arena.
I love it. I absolutely love it. You could be
Two
the
Lukes,
away
one
end.
bridge. Yeah.
Surely you're the away end, yeah.
I'm happy to be. I'll be a neutral end.
Oh yeah, you'd be the fucking refs, wouldn't you? You'd be the ref,
I'll sponsor the refs changing room.
the refs lounge.
Yeah, where they get all the backhanders, brown envelopes.
Is that a thing? Is it?
Well, I don't know. I'm not a ref in the Prem yet. I'll tell you.
Well,
I'll tell you if it is.
Do you get it in like, arsehole lane or whatever it is that you go and referee, and then I don't know, you got Tittering Town versus
Dog and Duck FC.
Snooty. Yeah.
No, we don't.
I feel like you're quite an what do you call it? Integral. I feel like you've got integrity about you, and you wouldn't cave into a bribe unless it was over like 10 grand.
Is that how much you think I'd price my my career at?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not necessarily your career, is it? You've got procurement to fall back on.
Okay. No, that's interesting. And I don't know the price. I don't know what the price would be.
It's a weird one, isn't it? Because it's would it take more to bribe you to rig a match, or to bribe you to award me a contract?
I'm gonna say for the record, I would never do either.
Oh, boo! Here we go.
This is one of those times where I'm trying to sound innocent, even though I am innocent, but it's just making me sound more guilty. Yeah.
It's almost like I could do with you like pausing the recording and telling me your actual answer, and then at least I'm satisfied, But no, yeah, so that'd be my dream job. I think it would be relating it to something that I've got a passion, because, being in IT, don't necessarily have passion for building a server, or for procuring 1,000 laptops. Like I don't get up in the morning to think about the next delivery from Dell. But if it was the new kits for the 2027 season, and I get to try samples, I mean, I get to negotiate with the sponsors. Do we want?
You have to touch cloth all day.
Exactly. Do we want Pike, or do we want Ladidas, or Boomer? Loads of options. So,
okay.
Yeah, that'll be me. And obviously, it's a dream job, so it'll be paying me $2 million a year plus bonus.
Nice. Although if someone listens to this in about 6 months with inflation, that could, with inflation these days, that could be a bloody low salary, couldn't it? That could be minimum wage in about 6 months.
I mean, I was just trying to be modest, to be honest.
Yeah. So my one, in fact, I mean, you're not going to believe this. My one would be
Sure,
the exact same as yours.
Oh, bullshit.
No,
absolute bullshit.
No, so there would be some similarities. Like for example, stakeholder engagement. I quite like the part of procurement where you have to talk to people and build relationships, whether that's internal to the business or external. I feel like I'm the type of person that can talk to a lot of people, but then again, sometimes that might be draining. So a mixture would be good. I don't think I'd want to specialize in a specific category, but I would. I'd want to have a lot of variety. I think, whether that be variety with the clients or the projects or what I'm actually procuring, just to keep things interesting. Although on the other hand, it would be good to become an expert in something. That's something that I'd like to be, is, like you said, an advisor. Not necessarily like a director or a CPO, where you got to manage a load of people that moan at you all the time, like me and you do currently to our director.
Fairs.
Something with travel. I'd enjoy going to see supplier sites or going to see things in different countries.
Sort of Scunthorpe, Birmingham.
Yeah, Hull, Barrow, Inverness, yeah, places like that.
Lovely.
Scarborough, you know. So yeah, a bit of travel in there, seeing different places, seeing different cultures, you know, how they do things up in the north of England. And the final two things, bit of work-life balance, you know. I'd like to have my own life outside of it. Go to watch football. Go to ref games. If I haven't been suspended yet by your report to the FA, Football Association.
I think you'll be all right.
And then also the last thing would be, I'd like to do something that involves some sort of continuous improvement or process improvement. So analysing, you know, this is what we do for our tender process now. Could we streamline it and make it more efficient? So some sort of continuous improvement element as well. I think I'd enjoy. And of course, a competitive salary and benefits package.
That sounds like pretty much every job listing, doesn't it? A competitive salary and a lovely benefits.
Yeah. What's it competing with? You know.
Yeah.
Stacking shelf at Tesco. Yeah.
No, okay. All right. Public or private?
I'd probably say, I mean, to completely cut my options off, I'd probably say private, because having worked in both industries, I feel like you get more ability and more flexibility to be creative. Like, for example, if you want to contract with a supplier, and you know you're not particularly, you don't have many requirements, like this is going to be an important relationship, you can call them up and say, look, we'll do this and X, Y, and Z for you if you can in return do that. Whereas in the public sector, it's sort of like going through the process of, here's our tender documents, this is what we want to do, this is the process we're going to follow. Oh, I can't talk to you because we're in negotiation or we're in standstill phase or whatever. So yeah, I think private for me.
Okay, and probably better salaries in general.
Yeah.
At the cost of your pension.
Yes, yeah, and at the cost of saving your country some money, serving your country.
Yeah. So you want international travel? I'm just kind of thinking what would give you that? You know, what kind of procurement would give you international travel?
In terms of what product, you mean?
Yeah, like if you're buying software, you're not going to be flying over all the world, are you, to see different places?
Procurement of beer, that'd be good.
That's a good one. Yeah, beer.
Procurement of beer, maybe of products that go into beer.
What goes into beer? Wheat,
barley, hops, maize. I'm just naming all the things I can think of to do with growing.
Yeah, I can see that. Or maybe like fine fabric. Obviously, you're a man who's always well. Actually, no, take that back. You're a man who knows some well-dressed people, potentially.
I have seen some well-dressed people in my life.
Good source
in the mirror.
Fabrics.
The eye roll there was. You probably heard that eye roll there on the audio.
My brain is just scattered a little bit because obviously we got interrupted because you had to go to the bathroom. But while
no. because you ordered the whole of the Amazon warehouse.
Well,
other warehouses are available.
Whilst you were disrupting the flow of the pod, a delivery happened to turn up coincidentally at the same time, and it was a 9-piece delivery. I don't know about you, but 9 pieces is quite a lot, isn't it? And
would you rather one big piece or 9 smaller pieces?
Well, there was only a couple of small pieces in this package.
Oh, so it was 9 big pieces.
It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 well-sized pieces, and then 2 smaller pieces and 2 very large pieces. And the reason my brain's going down this kind of alleyway is because it's actually a travel system for a baby. Obviously, made the transfer announcement that I'm acquiring a little one in the very near future on a previous video. Probably not the best way to describe it, but expecting my firstborn relatively soon. And a bunch of all the stuff's turned up. So like a pram and a car seat and a bag and a cot and all that wonderful stuff just turned up. So that was an interesting tender that I had to run.
Nice. Yeah. Well, congratulations. This is the first time I'm hearing of that, so I'm going to make my real reaction to this is, oh wow, I can't believe you're having a baby. Congratulations. I'm proud of you.
What?
Is that the right way to react, considering this is the first time I've heard that news?
Well, we haven't discussed it on previous podcast episodes where I unveiled it live after your...
There's no recording evidence of that happening.
Oh, God's sake. No, the tender process for a travel system was interesting. It's a very viciously competitive market, shall we say. So I learned quite a lot from that. And I also learned that ask for discount codes, basically.
Okay, interesting.
Don't be shy.
Have you taken that target off your car that people seem to decide to drive their cars into you?
Yes, well, I have now. I've got a new car, one that I would rather people didn't drive into.
One that hasn't got any magnets in?
Yes, well, unless it needs magnets for going round, but yeah. No, the car's okay. The car's doing well. But now I've got a car seat that I need to put into the car. And all this, dad life, I suppose.
Do you know yet whether you're having a boy or a girl?
No. We're gonna save that till the very last moment.
Yeah. Nice. Have you thought of a way to name it Luke if it's a girl? Obviously, if it's a boy, it's going to be Luke. Yeah. If it's a girl, are you going to go with Luke as well, or?
Well, so
Lucoletta?
To be honest, the boy's name's a bit difficult. The wife's not too keen on having another Luke around her. She said 2's already too many, and I kind of suggested LJ. She's not sure where that's come from, but it's obviously Luke Jr. LJ. She hates that even more.
Spell EL space JAY.
JOI?
JAY. Like J. LJ. Spanish baby.
LJ, yeah, I like that. LJ1. It's a good name.
Yeah. I'm gonna refer to him or her from now on as LJ.
I like that. Yeah, if it's a lady, I mean Lucetta. Lucina.
I was chatting to your wife the other day.
Fuck's sake, I hate this already. Two recordings since you've met everyone, and now it's just falling to shit.
And she was saying that she quite likes the name Luca. Was it Luca or Lucas?
She likes Luca, yeah.
She likes Lucas. So I don't know how you've swung that one, but yeah. If it's a boy, then Luca gets my approval as well as LJ.
LJ. Okay, well, I'll pass that message on. By the time this is published, I probably got a kid, and I don't know. We'll see.
It's all right. I'll DM her, mate. Don't worry.
I'm sure you will. Wow, to go from dream jobs to you just. So yeah, I mean, look, insight to dream jobs. I'll be really interested to know what you listeners have as your kind of dream procurement job. I do like consultancy. Consultancy is a wonderful one, isn't it? You just chat shit, get paid, as Jamie Vardy would say.
Yeah.
And I guess I think about what my worst job would be. It'd probably be, I don't know, procuring pencils, something like that. category manager for pencils.
There probably are people out there that procure pencils, and I'm sure. I mean, we use it as the kind of boring standard example, but maybe it's interesting. If you procure pencils, then if you procure pencils and you disagree with us, then get in touch. Let us know how it is. If not, we'll keep using it as a reference for the boring aspect of procurement.
I did actually meet procurement, a pencil procurer once. Didn't really get on with them because they weren't the sharpest.
Nice.
Thank you.
No, I rate that. I like that. That's acceptable.
Thank you. I had that in the Bic of my mind.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
Bic, famous brand pens. Yeah.
No,
BIC.
it's getting worse.
Brilliant.
It's also a pen, not a pencil, so it doesn't work. I'm gonna give that 0 out of 10.
No, I swear to you, Google it. Bic will make pencils.
Probably do.
So, I'm not having you berate that witty intelligence. I was quite proud of that. So, look, if you want to let us know what your dream job is, let us know. We'll read it out, and we'll ask our networks. Actually, we'll say if you've got any of those dream jobs going around. I'm still not quite sure what sector you're working in. Like you're just buying wheat or something now.
Oh me, yeah. I'm buying ingredients for beer.
Yeah. And I'm working for a particular football club, buying players or kits or something. So the dream's there. We can do it, I think.
Nice. Dreams within reach. And with our famous, our names are famous now. Whenever we go into, we can't really go out the house much without our security now because we're so famous, right? So a lot of people know us. Probably someone out there that knows about our dream job. So yeah, let us know. And the way to let us know is through our Instagram, which is let's_talk_procurement. We have a text us function, which the link of which is in the description of the episode and all other episodes. We have a Buy Me a Coffee page, and we also have an email address, which is
2lukes1sip@gmail.com. That's 2lukes1sip@gmail.com. Also in the description below, if you get confused between what's plural, what's not, and what's a number, what's a letter. So loads of ways to get in touch with us. We love a little listener getting in touch, and we love hearing from you. We love speaking to you. We love everything. We love the interactions. We love the strategic conversations. So onwards and upwards. Tell us your dream jobs. Let's see if we can make it happen.
And if you want Luke's wife's Instagram, then Luke One's wife's Instagram, then just get in touch. I'll send it over. Cool. All right. Speak to you in a bit. See you later.
See you later.